Will Modi government confer Bharat Ratna on Dalai Lama, the Tibetan spiritual leader? This is a hot topic, and this is one issue which has been very eagerly awaited, very eagerly being looked at by China. The Chinese bugbear, the 14th Dalai Lama. On 6th of July, the Dalai Lama celebrated his 85th birthday. And a day before, veteran BJP leader and former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, Shanta Kumar, who is currently relegated to the Margdarshak Mandal of BJP, he made a demand that Dalai Lama must be conferred with Bharat Ratna, India's highest honor. Friends, I am Rajeev Sharma. Let's take up this further. Let's have a deep dive into this topic. A very interesting and very important topic, a topic laced with strategic importance. Because if India were to take this decision, then it will be not any different from crossing the Rubicon. And friends, as I have already stated time and again, that my video editorials are not meant for experts. Though they may benefit from it, I'm sure they will. But I want to keep my video editorials simple and well explained, aimed at hundreds of thousands of civil services aspirants, UPSC aspirants, those youngsters, those who are, finding it difficult to make two ends meet, and yet they have those dreams of making it big and clearing the IAS exams. So, let me explain the term crossing the Rubicon. Well, friends, crossing the Rubicon has become a metaphor. It means taking an irrevocable decision. A decision where there is, after taking this decision, there is no going back. It changes everything. It's a complete game changer. And it's a huge departure from what has been happening earlier. Rubicon is a river in Europe. And this term, crossing the Rubicon, it has come from Julius Caesar's exploits. When Julius Caesar, sometime about 2300 years ago, maybe more, when he found himself, he and his troops, on the bridge of Rubicon River, he waited for a while. And he told himself and his people that once he crosses the river, then he cannot go back. Go back doesn't mean go back to where he came from, but go back means then that is a life-changing decision. The die is cast. That's what he said. The die is caste. So, for a government like Narendra Modi's government, which in February 2018, 2 months before Modi's first informal summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Wuhan, the Modi government, obviously to please China, had taken decision. The cabinet secretary had issued a directive to all governments, all state governments, all members of public, all government servants, directing them to stay away from Dalai Lama and his establishment. That order is still in force. So for a government which has made Dalai Lama virtually an outcast for past 2.5 years, and suddenly to confer him with the Bharat Ratna, that will be nothing less than crossing the Rubicon. Because Dalai Lama is the biggest bugbear for China. China has been calling him names. For us, he is a reverend spiritual leader. But for China, he is a thug, he is a criminal. Some have even called him a terrorist. He is routinely dismissed as separatist. But truly, he is in the Gandhian mold of non-violence. Till about 10 years ago, he was also the political head for the Tibetans the world over. In 2011, he distanced himself from the political role within the CTA and then CTA had to elect its own president to run the affairs. But now, if the Dalai Lama is to be conferred the highest honor of India, Bharat Ratna, at a time when the disengagement is in progress in Ladakh, Galwan Valley area, where, as I've been saying in my past 2 video editorials for past 2 or 3, things are taking a positive shape. Both sides, Chinese troops and Indian troops, are gradually withdrawing every day from the Galwan Valley, and buffer zones are being created. Buffer zones meaning that there will not be, neither side will be conducting patrolling there. And de-escalation is very much in progress. Disengagement and de-escalation. That is why Prime Minister Modi on 6th of July, on the 85th birthday of Dalai Lama, did not wish him. And he is right. Though Congress has taken a very fiendish kind of a approach on this and taunted him. Congress leader Randeep Singh Surjewala said he congratulated Dalai Lama yesterday. And he said that we waited for Prime Minister Modi to lead the nation in wishing the Dalai Lama. But he may have compulsions, we don't. So, Surjewala was hinting at the Chinese pressure. But in in statecraft. You have to take care of these things. I'm sure if Congress were in government, they also would have done the same. So, the Modi government has done admirably well in holding its horses on this issue. First of all, the first and prime reason for Modi government is, the first objective of the Modi government is and should be to ensure that every square inch of Indian territory on this side of the LAC, line of actual control, is cleared by Chinese troops. Then everything else will follow. So we will have to wait for that. That has not happened yet. So till that happens, India should and will hold its horses. Also, India should consider, once China becomes provocative once again, then India is keeping the Tibetan card with itself. It was the previous BJP government which had blundered by declaring one China policy, by officially coming up with allegiance to one China policy in 2003, Vajpayee government. Nehru alone cannot be blamed for anything goes wrong with China. Many governments have done that. Many parties have done that. So, let's not play a blame game here. We should be talking and working in national interest. So, I conclude my video editorial with two things. One, the Dalai Lama is an important stick to beat China with if proper time, opportune time comes. So conferring Bharat Ratna on him can wait. Yes, Bharat Ratna has been confirmed on those foreigners who were not born in India, like Nelson Mandela, like Mother Teresa, like Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. So there is no reason why the same cannot be done with Dalai Lama, who came here, fled from China and came here in 1959. Out of his 85 years of life, 61 years he has lived in India. Second and last, India should also keep ready its policy and implement it whenever required. That India should come up with a statement. Maybe one China policy, reversing the one China policy, that is ultimate. But India should come up with this statement like US has done already, that we will go by whosoever Dalai Lama chooses as his successor. That to choose the 15th Dalai Lama is the prerogative of Dalai Lama and no one else, not China in the least. So friends, I close here. Do like this video and do subscribe to my channel Rajeev Kishkindha. Thank you.